Hello, everybody, and welcome to the IRT Network. It is match number 3 in the quarterfinals. Daniel De La Rosa and Jose Rojas. We're going to be joined in just a couple moments by Mauricio Zelada, the President, CEO, Chancellor, and Viceroy of Formula Flow. Unless you ask his wife, and then she says that's all her. Second serve coming up. We've got Daniel De La Rosa taking on Jose Rojas. This is going to be a fantastic matchup. Jose Rojas comes in with his highest ranking in a long time at the number 3 seed, taking on Daniel De La Rosa, who's dropped back to the number 6 spot here in this matchup. This is a rivalry, though. These two have played a lot against each other, and they usually split pretty regularly. Jose Rojas in the black serving. He is one half of Marky Mark and the Funky Bun doubles team. He would be the Funky Bun. These two have played 15 times. Of those, Jose Rojas has won 10. These two played here last year. Jose won in 4 in the quarterfinal. Again, for the broadcast booth, we're going to have an in-game interview with Mauricio Zelada, and he'll help us out during this match. Mauricio now joins us. Mauricio, thanks a lot for joining us. Great event. First question is, for those who don't know you, tell the viewers, we got a lot on right now, tell the viewers who you are and your involvement in the sport of racquetball.
My name is Mauricio Zelada. Playing the Pro Tour full-time for the first time. The easiest way to explain who I am is I'm the driver of the bus, the big head bus. So the person who drives that's me. So I'm the driver of the bus. I represent head at all the IRT events, and I am also the owner of Formula Flow, the clothing line that Jose is playing with right now.
Team Formula Flow, probably their top male player right now is Jose Rojas.
Yeah, no question.
How did you get involved in the clothing side of things?
It was man, you know, when I was young, I wanted to be a pro and be the best at racquetball. So I was kind of cocky when I was younger. So I started with the clothing, and you know, I said I'm gonna have my clothing line and this and that. So just kind of joking around. That's how it started. That's how it started. And people started liking the clothes, and then I just started making it for people, and then selling it, and now sponsoring some players.
Well, congratulations on the success that Formula Flow has had.
Yeah.
And you've been around the tour off and on, part-time, but now you're doing it full-time, driving the big 60-foot RV out there with a utility wagon or utility trailer behind it, pulling a car inside of that.
Yeah.
And as you go through and you look at this season, what are some of the highlights for you, some of the neat things that you've gotten to be a part of?
Man, there's just a lot of experience that I've gained, and gotten to meet a lot of really good people, a lot of really nice cities. I mean, it's, you know, when I was playing on the East Coast, I was traveling up and down the East Coast, and I thought there was a lot of people and a lot of racquetball in every state. But when you start traveling across the country, you know, you get to places where you think there's nothing, and then you find a racquetball gym in the middle of nowhere, and then you find a whole bunch of people that play that, you know, they're not involved in tournaments, and they don't really travel, you know, to national or big events. But there's a lot of people that play racquetball in the United States, and that was really cool to see, you know.
That's cool. It's good to, you know, it's good to have you out there. I know that bus alone draws a lot of attention as people drive by. 4 serving 1 is the score here in the first. Jose Rojas up by 3 over Daniel De La Rosa. Jose down to the drive serve stance with a drive serve to the forehand side of De La Rosa. Short serve was called. If we could bring down the ref just a little bit in the headset, it'd be great in the broadcast booth. Our end game guest that's an ace, sir. No.
Oh, close.
It looked like it was going to be an ace. Daniel catches it. Jose wants a hinder. No hinder called. They played through it. Jose back deep, leaves that one up. Daniel has an opportunity, but he can't put it down. Daniel with another opportunity here and bottom boards that one. It's a good shot for Daniel. Pro Connects is number 2 player in the stable of Kane Waslinchuk and Daniel De La Rosa. Mike Martinez has been doing a great job being very specific on the players that he picks, and he believes that he's got the current number 1 and the next number 1 player in the world, and young Daniel De La Rosa and, of course, Kane Waslinchuk. Again, our in-game guest, Mauricio Zalata, Formula Flow, also representing Team Head. If you have questions for him, post them
ask
in
away.
the chat box.
Ask
and
away. I got a lot of answers here.
most of them are correct answers.
Yeah.
High lob serve on the right-hand side. Rojas goes cross court, tied up a little bit there in the center. Now puts it down. That's a 2-bouncer.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and Rojas skips the ball. I'm sure he's going to appeal that one.
Are we still doing the appeals?
We're still doing challenges in the quarterfinals. But he's not going to challenge.
He's not. I thought he is. I think he is, no? Yeah, there you go. What'd you think, Scott? That was 2?
Yeah, I thought that was a bad call. I thought Jose had that. He hasn't quite. I guess we are queuing it up in the broadcast booth. I see it on the other monitor there. I want to say hi as we wait to Darren McNally watching online. He is the head coach and trainer of Jose Rojas. Here's the call in question, it looks like. If you didn't get a good look in the booth, run it back one more time and slow it down.
It's hard to tell.
They're going to call out good. It was a 2-bouncer.
Yeah.
I think. Either way, a point called. Hey to Sudsy and Autumn. Sudsy Monchik, been in the chat box for a while. He's down in Ecuador right now, coaching the team down there. And by way of the internet, he's able to watch some great racquetball online as it happens. High lob serve, right-hand side.
Nice.
Rojas winds, delivers, and kills that ball. Mauricio, looking back on the season, you know, we still got, 4 or 5 more events.
Yeah.
But as you look back on the season, what are some highlights for you? I know St. Louis seemed to be a very good event for you, making your, I believe, first quarterfinal.
That was my second, I think.
Second quarterfinal?
I made my first in
Was it New
Georgia,
Jersey?
Georgia.
Oh,
That was
Georgia, okay.
Yeah.
2-7-4.
Georgia, yeah. And St. Louis was my second. But that was good, man. Just, I mean, just the whole St. Louis thing was a really nice experience with the kids. I felt like I was in South America there. So many kids playing and.
Yeah, that was
yeah, kids. You know.
Dan Whitley out of St. Louis put on an amazing event. There was 460 high school kids in that tournament and in the pros.
Yeah,
and that's
boys
not
and
all the
girls.
high school
Boys
kids.
and
He's
girls.
got about 525 this year playing in one city.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting side notes to that story is Dan Whitley is also running for the board, the USA board, and he is the type of person that should be in. Quite
That's
frankly,
right,
Dan
yeah.
Whitley could
Yeah, yeah.
run the entire sport. He's so smart with what he's done there in St. Louis.
Yeah.
As you look at these two players, Mauricio, who do you think, who would you predict would win this match and why? Who do you think has the advantage going in?
Man, it's tough to tell. They've played so much and they go back and forth a lot. Obviously, I got to pick Jose because that's my boy, but I want to see him play hard, man. If he plays hard,
Stop. Replay. 4-4.
that's tough. Man, I don't know.
Replay call there.
I don't know.
I would agree. I think, out of 15 times, Jose's won 10.
Yeah.
Daniel De La Rosa is kind of hit and miss, it seems like. I think I'm his biggest critic, one, because I like the guy so much, but when he plays well, he's lights out. I mean, he
that's
can
true.
hang with
Yeah.
anybody,
Yeah.
but a lot of times he doesn't really seem to bring his A game. Last year at this event, he started off pretty well. He lost in 4 to the aforementioned Jose Rojas.
Yeah, that's true, man. Yeah, he's not. I mean, he will bring it in one tournament, and then the next tournament, he'll lose in round 16s or quarters.
Right.
So.
And to echo that, I think it was in Texas this year. He lost in his first round. And then I think it was to Sebastian Franco. He lost in the first round. Then he goes to Las Vegas in an outdoor tournament and does something that no one has ever done, and that's beat Rocky Carson at that event. He took Rocky Carson out in the finals. So to your point, one event he loses first round. Next event he does something no one else has ever done, and then he makes a run to the finals at the U.S. Open.
US Open, yeah.
The very next event, and then since then he's kind of been cold.
Yeah.
4 serving 6.
Yeah.
4 serving 6 is the score here in the first.
Yeah, so we'll see how he handles it. I think I kind of heard that he was having some back problems maybe.
Tim wants to know in the chat box, Mauricio or Momo, for those of you who don't know him. Momo, if you could put the portable court up for a pro stop, where would it be?
Miami Beach. The beach is a good place to put it. New York City. That would be nice. New York City. I don't know if we can fit it in New York City.
Yeah. Sudsy says Times Square. Times Square would be a good one.
Times Square. That would be crazy. Other than that, I would probably say the beach. They put the portable outdoor court in Virginia Beach, and that was pretty nice. A lot of people stopping by and looking and seeing what's going on. But if we could put it in New York City, of course we would put it in New York City.
There's a great spot at Times Square.
Oh, where's that place where they put it, the squash court?
Grand Central Station, I
yeah,
believe.
there you go.
There's
room there. If they've done it before for squash, I'm sure they can do it for racquetball.
Yeah, I had 2 years ago the opportunity to put the portable court at the infield at the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
And I had the space, but I couldn't meet the deadline as far as how much it costs to rent the space. Because to rent the space at the Kentucky Derby infield is just like renting a booth, except it's a really, really big space.
Yeah.
And between that and the construction of the court, and I think that's one of our biggest limitations, is the construction of a $50,000 portable court that takes 3 days to set up and
that's true. Yeah.
2 days to tear down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always equate that to a few years back. I actually worked on a Habitat for Humanity home, and the total home to be built was about $80,000, which is coincidentally about what it cost to put the court up at the U.S. Open. And it took us 3 days to build a house from, 4 days technically with the foundation, but from the ground up to build a house. So
crazy,
the portable court takes about as long as it does to build a Habitat for Humanity. And it costs about the same too.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. Yeah.
I would love to see that thing up in many more places.
Yeah. More than one place. That would be cool. There's so many.
Back in. Daniel serving. Scores 7 serving 4.
And here we go. Time back in at the FML Freight quarterfinals. Presented free this weekend by KWM Gutterman. Jose's got an opportunity there and capitalizes. In your opinion, as you watch these two, Jose is obviously sponsored by you, so what do you think that Jose needs to do to win this match?
Man, I played Daniel today, and I found that lobbing like that, I had a better chance lobbing against Daniel. When you drive serve him and you play him, you try to pass him, he's really quick, and he's really good at returning the ball and re-killing it. So you almost
serving 4.
kind of got to slow him down a little bit, and then when you get the chance, then you kill him.
The broadcast booth taking a beating, saying, take that ad down. I think Rick fell asleep back there for a second.
8 serving
Looks like
4.
he took it down. Hey to Kenneth, Jake, Darren, Nate, Tim, Donald.
Second serve.
Thank you guys for being along with us. Second serve coming up here. High lob serve to the forehand side of Jose Rojas. Jose throws that up top. Daniel back deep. Leaves that splat way up, now out of position, and Jose's on the offensive here. Oh, and he skips the ball. He had an opportunity. That short hop is not the easiest thing to get.
Yeah.
But he skipped it. Big opportunity there.
Yeah.
Mauricio, when are you coming back home? Asks Michael.
Home, like Maryland home?
Probably.
Who's that?
Michael.
Oh, Michael. Oh, man. I don't know.
Serving 4.
Hopefully June, July sometime. But I'm not sure, you know, people want us to keep traveling and maybe do some lessons in the off season. So I may not even go back home at all.
Where do you go? Where do you go from this weekend?
From this weekend, we're going to Ohio, Dayton, Ohio. Then we're gonna be in Davidson, Michigan. After that, we go all the way to Florida. And then Arkansas. There's just a whole bunch of places we're gonna be. Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to take a brief break after game number 1 and be right back. More great racquetball action coming your way live. You are watching Live Racquetball. This is the IRT Network.
Do you want to be a better racquetball player? Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Sudsy Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis. All at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
One of them out, then I'll have time for.
Can you do that though?
Cut LPRT out?
Yeah.
I could, but it's. I'm only doing the ones that are on the way.
Welcome back to the action. We're talking about all kinds of things in scheduling with Mauricio Zalata, the Formula Flow CEO and the bus driver, talking about he's got 2 and 3 events sometimes on the same weekend, right? And you gotta figure what to do and what to cut, and
yeah,
a lot going on. So how many miles would you guess that you've traveled? Do you keep up with miles?
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that today. And the new bus that we bought it in November, and we've already put 15,000 miles on it.
Wow.
And the other bus, I think we put maybe like 4,000, so we're probably gonna finish, close to 20.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, this season. Yeah, that's a lot. I was only expecting maybe 10.
It is a lot of miles.
Yeah.
To put things into perspective, I've got 40,000 miles since the second week of January.
That's great. Where have you been, John? Where have you been going?
Arizona twice.
Wow.
New York once. Connecticut once.
You drove all the way to New York?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, and we
man.
just drove to Connecticut, which was a little bit further than that.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 really long ones.
Yeah.
1 serving 0.
There's a couple though. One trip was about 12,000 total miles.
Are you serious?
But from St. Louis. Anyway,
Yeah.
just a lot, an absolute lot.
Yeah.
That ball almost hit the bun.
Oh, nice. Nice shot.
Man, that's a good shot.
Almost hit the bun.
The bun is in play.
Is that unavoidable if it's the bun?
If it hits the bun, I think it's unavoidable.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, well, what happens? Yeah, just let me know.
Skip.
3, serving 0.
Skip, huh? I thought it skipped, man.
Zero, serving 3.
Todd wants to say hi. Shout out to Mauricio from Northern Virginia.
Oh, nice. That's my area right there.
Yeah.
Virginia, D.C., Maryland, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina. Man, that's my home.
High lob serve backhand side. Jose goes up top. Daniel won the first game 11-4. Good diving get. Daniel goes wide. Jose down the line. Daniel's there with a nice pickup. Jose with a scoop. He's not going to get it. Tough play. Very, very tough. The crowd loves the action here.
It's a lot of people watching here, John.
Yeah, we've got a. You can kind of see them as we switch different camera angles. They are, I mean, literally it's standing room only. One side is sponsors. All those seats look like they're taken. Some of them are getting some food. The other side, general administration. There's people up top as well. And then there's a big bar off to the side that you can't see. And there's a TV going in there with a direct feed as well.
Yeah.
Looking back on this season, one of my favorite things about Mauricio is he and Javier Marino heading up the first ever all Spanish broadcast at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, that was really cool. Got some really good feedback about that all week long. You know, I was getting texts, I was getting phone calls from people that were listening to it.
3, serving 1.
3 serving 1. Here's a great note from Joanna. Texas is doing something different, she says. Daniel De La Rosa Pro-Am International. It's a Tier 2 event with over $10,000 in prize money. Again, that's over $10,000 in prize money. Only 32 entrants will be allowed in the pro division. 16 winners will advance to win up to $2,500. 16 losers drop to the Open to win $500. All 32 participants will win prize money. It's the largest payout pro amateur satellite in Texas history.
Wow.
There you go. Check it out online. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like one that should be broadcast, Joanna. Assuming that's down San Marcos, Edinburgh, something like that. I'm not sure the location of that, but I'll find out and let you know. That's a great pass. Daniel with a perfectly executed wide angle catches the sidewall back deep.
1, serving 4.
1-4. Oh, skip, no?
Ball called skip.
4, serving 1.
Momo, what do you think you have a better chance of beating in your, who do you think, in your humble opinion, Jose Rojas or Daniel De La Rosa? That is a question from Autumn.
Who do I have a better chance
Yeah,
against?
who do you think that you could, that you'd have a better chance against?
I want to say... Man, I want to say...
5, serving 1.
I want to say Jose just because I've played him a lot more and I have more confidence when I go in against Jose because I kind of know his game a little bit better. I mean, I've played him since I was maybe 15 every single year at Junior Nationals, you know, so just because I have more confidence.
Daniel's playing tough. He hasn't been the number 6 seed in quite a long time. Conversely, Rojas hasn't been the number 3 seed in quite a bit. The event is in Edinburgh, Texas. So it's the same place as the Tier 1 was there last year.
Risky
5
shot.
serving 1.
5 serving 1. Much as they do, we generally look at this match and think, all right, well, this will be a 4 or 5 gamer. Game 1 and 2 is basically the first and second round of a boxing match as these guys just feel it out.
Yeah.
1 serving 5.
Rojas up top. Daniel shoots that one cross court. What a great shot.
It's hard to do. Overhead cross court.
2
That was a
serving
really good
5.
shot. That was a nice shot. Backhand, to say that. Good call. It's hard to see from up there.
It is. There's no real easy place. Down below, Matt was talking about coming down here, and then as we started talking through it, I told him the only thing that you're going to have to be aware of is I
3
very
serving
vocally
5.
disagree with your call, even if you're standing in front of me.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'll go upstairs.
Five serving 3.
That ball skipped in.
Yeah. Yeah. Good call.
3 serving 5.
3 serving 5 here in the second. For those of you that don't know, Mauricio has about 55 things going on right now,
Yeah.
and one of those is your wife also plays racquetball, and she plays on the LPRT. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. She plays the women's tour. This is her first year full time as well.
And who do you have traveling with you on your bus right now? I know obviously you and her when she's
yeah.
not playing.
Yeah.
Mercado.
Mercado, yeah. Mario's right now traveling with us. We've had more kids. We've had altogether maybe 15 guys just stay and go. We had
Justice
Troy.
was with you. Is he not here this time?
Yeah, no, Justice is not here. He went home. He had some business to take care of there because he runs his business with his dad. So I think they were getting kind of busy, so he went back home. Troy, he went back home. And then just
Serving 5.
players that are involved with the foundation, the Reaching a Dream Foundation, they stay and go, so we can help them out as well. A lot of international players that come and go. Head players.
5
Try to
serving
help
4.
out as many head players as we can.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, head's doing really good. Really good.
5-4. Rojas has found his way back into this game. And if you're just joining us, this is all free.
4 serving 5.
Presented by KWM Gutterman. Free. This is the FML Freight Management quarterfinals. That's a great pickup.
Oh.
Point will be called.
That's a good call, I think. Huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think, and I was talking about it earlier. Anytime on the Pro Tour that you're taking a shot away from your opponent, the idea of an avoidable is you're taking an offensive shot away from your opponent. Well, these guys roll the ball out from their knees, falling backwards, laying down, etc. So most of the shots, 80 or 90% of the shots in some way are going to be an offensive shot unless you're going to the ceiling or off the back wall.
5
Yeah.
serving
I think
5.
with the exception of those two, I would like to see hinder calls or avoidable hinder calls every time. That's an ace.
Yeah. Timeout by Jose.
Jose takes a timeout, and we will take a timeout. More great racquetball action coming your way live. This is The IRT Network. And welcome back to the IRT Network. Maxner yelling short right in the microphone. Jose Rojas up top. Jose won the first. Daniel is in control of the second. Big miss there from Rojas, or excuse me, from Daniel.
Five, serving 7.
5 serves 7. That's a good rally, serve, return, kill rally, very effective for Rojas.
6, serving 7.
They're asking me the questions. I don't know. I'm not the ref.
Turn that mic down.
Oh, man. Timeout by Daniel.
And we'll take another break. More racquetball action in a moment on the IRT Network.
There are no shortcuts to the top. Do you have what it takes? Desire is something within you, and only you. For when the ground falls from your feet, will you be the one to rise up? It's a long road to the top, but that's just what it takes to become pro.
Seven, serve 7.
Welcome back to the action, 7 apiece. As Daniel was up big, Jose was able to come back. Daniel with a timeout. Let's see if it's a good one for him. Oh, Jose's got an opportunity here, and he connects. Jose's been plagued with some easy skips
7-7.
in the past, but he connects well there, and he's tied at 7 apiece. I want to say hi to Michelle Key, who's watching probably in Arizona, complaining that her keyboard is stuck on Spanish autocorrect. That's okay. No bueno. Daniel shoots that overhead. There's congestion, but Daniel's going to catch it in a great shot. Wow, what a great almost shot.
8, serving 7.
I thought that was a good one. Mauricio says
Yeah,
it skipped.
It skipped. Skip, no? I
Shows
saw
you
that
what I
skip.
know.
Second serve.
Rojas at 8-7. Daniel won the first. I think I said earlier that Jose won the first. Daniel won the first. Sorry. It's been a long day. This is our 7th match.
Down 2. 9 serving 7.
The Cowboy was going to come in, and Daniel says, I'm not sweating yet, don't worry. Short serve called. Wow. Yikes.
Nice shot.
Daniel.
Are you playing racquetball these days, John?
No, man,
No,
I
you're
don't.
done.
I don't even own a racket.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think I donated. I had a racket that Head sent to us for a shoot. You know, for a commercial shoot, we put their Head commercial together. They sent that, and then at the U.S. Open, I had it there for something. I can't remember what, and donated it. I gave it to a kid.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So no, I don't. I just haven't had time.
Yeah.
Wow, Daniel almost caught the
man.
backswing in his face.
That's a lucky.
And
lucky
Jose
shot.
Rojas takes the second game. We're tied, 1 game apiece. More great action in a moment. IRT Net.
All right, listen up. Out on that field today, you will be ready for anything. And I want you to always remember, this is the greatest team you will ever be part of.
There's important work to be done, and only some able to do it. Can you make the cut?
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 3. It's a best 2 out of 3 match now. We are live and free on the FML Freight
Nice.
Quarterfinals, presented free this weekend by KWM Gutterman.
Nice.
1 serving 0.
1 serving 0. It's a good return.
0 serving 1.
Want to say thanks to Mauricio picking me up. Needed somebody to sit in the jump seat for me a match at least.
Yeah.
Oh, Daniel with a big ugly skip.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of things that are big and ugly, I'd like to say hi to my mother-in-law watching back home in Kentucky.
Point.
Does she know you're saying all this stuff or no?
No, she's really fat, and I'm just kidding. No, she doesn't. She can't afford the internet.
Oh yeah. And you won't give her membership probably. huh?
Heck no.
3 serving 1. Point. 4 serving 1.
Jose at 4 serving 1. That's the quickest point scoring run.
Really
Make
quick.
it 5 that he's had all night. We've been into this game for about 5 minutes,
5 serving 1.
if that. And there's been 6 points scored, 5 of them for Rojas with a high lob serve to Daniel's backhand. Daniel goes wide. Jose's right there, and Jose unable
1
to
serving
execute.
5. Short. Second serve. That's all you had. 2-5. I know. That was all you had.
You can hear Maxner saying that's all you had.
Two serving 5.
Back to the action we go. 2 serving 5. That's good. Good compact play there from
5 serving 2.
young Jose Rojas. Sponsored by Echelon and Galaxy Custom Printing. The Galaxy Custom Printing semifinals will be tomorrow morning. Don't forget, tomorrow morning. We have a Saturday night final. So the Galaxy Custom Printing semis will be tomorrow morning at 11, and then immediately following
5
that
serving
match.
2.
Thanks to Donald Williams and everybody at Galaxy Custom Printing online, galaxycustomprinting.com, for all of your support. High lob serve. Daniel shoots that one cross court. Jose's there and puts it down. They are playing really close here, Mauricio. There's a lot of racket frames that are getting close to faces.
Yeah.
6 serving 2.
Yeah.
6 serving 2. Another high lob. Daniel shoots it down the line, catches the sidewall roller. Gets the crack. Crack kills.
2 serving 6.
The words of the great philosopher Whitney Houston, crack is whack. High lob serve. Daniel tracks that one down and skips that one right into the ground.
6 serving 2.
6-2 is the score. Rojas lost the first, won the second, up by 4 here. Got another great matchup to bring you after this one we don't see too often, and that is Alvaro Beltran and Sebastian Franco. That's the nightcap. Scheduled to start at 8. It'll probably be closer, say about 9, something like that. And that will end the night.
Yeah.
Again, the semifinals tomorrow, 11 and 12.
2 serving 6.
Finals will start around 7:30, possibly 8. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
They have for some reason, some deliberate start times. These guys were ready early, and they didn't want to send them until about 25 minutes after they were warmed up.
6 serving 2.
So right now, the semifinals are at 11 and 1. They should just be back-to-back, but that's my opinion. Drive Zeser. And a skip ball called. What do you find difficult
serving
with
6.
you, Mauricio, right now? You're playing full-time on tour. Is there one thing that you're really trying to work on that you find difficult in the matches? You know, a specific technique or a specific shot? Where are you in your game and trying to move forward with it?
Well, I'm trying to catch up right now. I've had a little injury on my knee for about a month, so it's now starting to feel really good. And I think, you know, for me is I really have to get stronger. I have to get stronger so I can play as hard as I can for, you know, 3 to 5 games. Normally I'll play the qualifier on Thursday, and if I have a really hard match, then on Friday I'm, you know, sore and I'm having a hard time trying to get warm and all that. But, you know, I think I have to get stronger. You know, because I can hit it hard and I can dive and I can get a lot of balls, but when I start to get tired, that's when I leave the ball up or I don't get as many balls.
How do you balance that though with how much you're traveling?
Yeah,
I mean, you're literally you are kind of homeless or kind of mobile.
Yeah.
You know, as far as home.
Yeah. No, it's been.
How do you balance all of that?
It's really hard, man. Really, really hard. You know, I'm driving. I'm printing clothes. We're printing clothes on the road and the trailer. We're stringing rackets. We're selling head equipment. We're you know, trying to promote everything, head, and I'm working with Reaching a Dream Foundation, and it's just a lot of things that you know, take up all my entire day, and sometimes I don't even have time to practice, or you know, sometimes I'm just too tired at the end of the day from working that when I'm at the gym, you know, I don't feel like doing anything. I just go in there, take a shower, and the guys that are traveling with me, you know, they're playing, they're practicing because they're, you know, sleeping all day. So it's hard, man. But I'm still trying to get in there and practice, even if I'm extremely tired. You know, even in lob serves, you know, you can practice lob serves, you can practice ceiling shots. You know, you can practice something. So I'm doing as much as I can. I wish I had more time to spend on the court. You know, I probably, you know, practice 20% of the time that I should be practicing, you know, 25, but I'm still doing good because we're playing so much. I'm playing better guys all the time, so that's getting me better, you know. But I just have to find more time to practice, more time to lift weights, and then I'll be able to show the world how good I can be, you know.
What was your goal coming into this season? Did you have a ranking goal or what is your goal in the sport?
Yeah, well, my goal this season, you know, my first season was to break top 10, and then about 4 or 5 tournaments down the road, you know, I saw so much work that was going on, and kind of my goal kind of dropped down to 15 because I didn't think I was gonna be able to do anything with so much traveling and working. But you know, I'm up to 12 right now, and I really, really want to finish 10. So that's my goal right now. I really want to finish 10, 9 or 10. You know, there's room for 9 or 10.
Right. And if you're playing all of them,
yeah,
you know, you're gonna be close right now. You've got 972 points.
Yeah.
And you're not dropping anything from this event last year, are you?
No, I didn't play this. So I didn't play any other tournament after this.
In front of you is Robbie Collins. He lost last night,
yeah.
I believe. Maybe he lost earlier today, actually.
Yeah.
Charlie Pratt, who is a semifinal. He lost last year in the semifinal, so he's defending those points and, losing points.
That's a lot of points.
Yeah, so, and that's 11:43 And,
Yeah.
you know, that's only a couple hundred points in front of you.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
So that's tough. You know, I gotta be able to make, I think, at least 1 or 2 more quarters, and then it'll be secure. I think. But that's tough.
when you go to some of the LPRT events, are some of those satellite tour stops as well, satellite events?
Not yet. There's
Oh, yeah.
one. There's one in Texas that's gonna be a women's tier 1, and that's also gonna be a men's tier 4 satellite.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'm gonna be there.
Now you get ranking points for that, yes?
Yeah. If I You know, if you win, you get, I think, 60 points. If you get second, you get 40, and then, so no matter, even if you
Sure.
sign up, you get some points.
Mhm.
So that helps. You know, it's getting close. It's getting to that point where even if you win a game in a match that you lose, you know, it counts. Because, you know, there's difference of 2-3 points, and even one game. If you lose the match, even that, it'll make a difference.
Mhm. Not sure what the delay is. I think they're still working in the broadcast booth. I will let them handle that. I've not been paged, so I'm guessing they don't need me. We're seeing some of the instant replays here. I will be right back, Mauricio.
Bathroom break.
No,
All right. I'm taking a bathroom break. I'll be back.
Five serving 7 is the score. John Scott and Mauricio Zalata are bringing you all the action.
7-5, still a packed crowd here in Chicago. This is a really nice crowd, John. I've been here for about 3 weeks now, and I've gotten to meet a lot of really nice people, especially the Mexican people that live around here. Been treating us really, really nice. You know, taking us out to dinner, and taking us out to lunch, and taking us out to play.
Five, serving 7.
5 serving 7.
Nice shot.
7 serving 5.
Timeout, Jose.
Jose takes a break, and we're going to do the same thing. We'll be back. IRT Network. Welcome back to the action. We'll step on that spot for just a second because we are in a great matchup here. John Scott along with Mauricio Zalata. Game number 3. Rojas and Daniel De La Rosa have split, and that's what I was talking about earlier, where Jose has a tendency sometimes to skip the easy one.
6 serving 7.
Screen call is going to be called.
John, I have to ask you a question. There's been a lot of talk on Facebook and racquetball and how it's kind of starting to die, and you know the pros.
7
There's not that
serving
many
6.
pros. What do you think? I mean, you're at every tier 1 event broadcasting, and you're always seeing all the players that play right now and the new players that are coming up. What do you think about the pro tour right now? What do you think it's happening
6
to it?
serving 7.
Well, you know I can't answer a question like that without ticking someone off. So Mauricio is saying, you know, there's a lot of talk online about the pro tour and the sport of racquetball dying, so forth and so on. I believe that racquetball went through a period of several months, if not years, where we were in a downward transition. And I believe that, you know, we as in the manufacturers, the industry, when we talk about the industry most of the time, we're talking mainly about the manufacturers. And I believe that we have hit the bottom as far as how far down we're going to go. I believe that we're kind of at that bottom thing, and the reason I think that is because viewership is not stagnant, but it's not declining, so it's a steady uptick. Now, part of the problem with that is I'm bringing on a lot of platform tennis and pickleballers who haven't seen racquetball in years, and are starting to see an interest there, so I have to be fair to that particular analytic. We're also seeing a few more here and there subscribers. For example, today we've been completely free, but we've gotten 4 or 5 new subscribers of people who've never subscribed before. Hopefully everybody's watching free that isn't a subscriber. will be a subscriber to help us move this forward, because truthfully, the people who, they're getting $100, $200 rackets and expect to get them for free are also expecting to watch this for free, and it just doesn't always work like that. This particular business model, the network isn't run by the tour, therefore there's extra additional expenses. So you have to have a subscription-based, and we're trying to have more advertisers. The more advertisers we get, the more we can give away for free. But I do think that racquetball has hit the bottom and is starting to trickle up. Now, here's the thing. The uptick is going to be reliant on a few things. The industry, again, the manufacturers and the money that they have left to put into the sport. But more importantly is the sport itself. I've been very vocal in the past. My tirades against USA Racquetball have been very noted. There's been some times I was right. There's been some times I was wrong. There's been some times I was right but could have handled it differently. But you know what? I'm not a guy to be politically correct. I am a fan of the sport before I'm a business person in the sport, and I, for a long time, lived and died based off of how well, the network was doing, and my family relied on it. So I do believe that we're at a point where we can continue to kind of be in that recession mode, but I do think we've hit the bottom, and I believe now is a time to rise. I believe there's some very good opportunity of folks running for the board. Jonathan Clay, Dan Whitley, Meredith Gilbert, just to name a few. I believe there's people doing like what you're doing, out on the bus, hitting the road, getting people to see this giant 60-foot-long thing, and I believe that that's good. And I still believe that there's good in the sport and it's worth fighting for, because if I didn't, I would have walked away about 2 years ago. And but I do believe that there's that. I believe that we have to stick together and work together regardless of who likes what and what organization is doing what. I'm very encouraged to see that Head has the ability to support you and to support me and to support their other players. So, yeah, I mean, I think that we're at a point where we can continue to stay and have a lot of infighting, or we can start to work together. And I'll be the first again to say that there's things that I would do different. There's things that I've done in the past I wish I would have done different. But I am not beyond working together, and I think that it's in a spot to start doing that.
Yeah. As long as people can understand each other, then you can do some really amazing things.
Mark says he'd prefer the announcers to talk about the match. Well, Mark, we'll do that too. If we could get the booth to turn up Mauricio's mic a little bit more, that'd be great.
I'll get it closer to my mouth.
Oh, well, that also works. If you actually speak into the mic.
There you go. I'll hold it right here. This is better.
Jose with a great get off the back glass. Daniel Wines delivers. Oh, my goodness. How he got a racket on that is phenomenal.
That is tough.
In and of itself.
That is tough. It's hard to see the ball on the side walls, John, because there's actually between the glass and the wall, there's a gap. So you almost wait for the wall and not the glass wall, and it kind of shoots at you a little bit faster than you expected.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So as to Mauricio's point, you can see them working there on the court. That glass wall is about 6 inches?
Like 6
It looks like a 2x6 in between there. It's about 6 inches recessed from the block wall. So there is a little bit of a depth perception issue where you may be looking at the block wall and the ball is on you before you know it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Freddie says reaching your dreams programming, and the reaching your dreams program in and of itself, I think is very vital. I love that it seems like it's a non-political group of just a basically started by one guy who's now got several people doing, the Lord's work, if you will, the racquetball God's work.
Yeah.
And Mike Lippett and that gang are putting players in events. They're helping players get to events, and that's huge. I believe that the Reaching Your Dreams Foundation is one of the most important initiatives going on around the sport, period.
That's true. They're doing an amazing job getting new players, new young players from around the world, not just the U.S., you know, playing these events, IRT events, LPRT events. So you're seeing new faces all the time.
It sounded like a broken ball. Must have been a frame.
Ooh.
Boy, they are playing some
Man,
tight ball
they
there.
are playing close.
Good night.
They are playing close. Really good gets, man. That ball is slow. I don't know how they keep shooting it back.
8 serving 9.
8 serving 9. Daniel, oh, it looked like he was going to scramble and make connection, but he couldn't quite get it.
Nice pass.
9 serving 9.
Boy, some close games here. The second 11-8. Now we're at 9-9.
9-9. That's a good serve by Jose, the Nick. Set up for Daniel. Wow.
That's a great
nice
diving
get.
hit.
Wow.
Oh, my
that's-
goodness. Wow. Great
that
rally.
is nice.
Very good rally from both of these players.
Crazy gets. I almost thought he was going to dive for the third one, too. He probably could have made it.
This is why we need 2 towel boys.
Yeah.
We're joined by Mauricio Zalata. Mauricio is the guy behind the bus, the guy behind Formula Flow,
Behind head.
behind head, being at
Behind
all
the
these events.
IRT behind
String. How many
everything.
rackets would you say you string per event?
It really
9 serving 9.
depends. If it's a big event, I'll probably do anywhere from like 35 to 40.
Good grief.
If it's a small event, man,
10 serving
I'm
9.
between 15 to 20.
Daniel for the game here, I believe 10-9. He's got an opportunity off the back glass, into the corner. Rojas is there. And a side out called.
Side out. Daniel's gonna challenge that call. I thought it was good.
It looked good from here, but Daniel was right in the way. So
Yeah.
we'll let Rick work on the in the broadcast booth and get that one queued up.
People in the crowd are saying that it was a good shot.
And in the meantime, it will remind us to remind you about our next match. Continuing along in the FML Freight Quarterfinals, presented free today, all day long, by KWM Guttermans. The final match of the evening will be Sebastian Franco and Alvaro Beltran at 8 o'clock tonight. The Galaxy Custom Printing semifinals tomorrow at 11. And the Pro Kennex finals start tomorrow night around
9 serving
7:30. All happens right here. IRTnetwork.com. 9-10 high lob.
Set up for Jose.
He's got another. Oh, he tripped coming back deep, and he
Wow.
stayed with it.
Nice.
Wow. Jose Rojas making a great streak to the backcourt. Actually stumbled a little bit on his way. Stayed with the shot, but was out of position, and Daniel made him pay.
What'd you think about that hair, John?
Well, I mean, have you seen mine?
Oh yeah.
I haven't either. When I think about Jose Rojas' hair, I think the last time I saw my mother-in-law in a bikini, and I'll leave it at that.
10 serving 9.
Talking her back hair, people, come on. Jose's going to encroach while he gets that
Wow.
one. Daniel even saw
9
it.
serves 10.
His foot was completely on the line before he hit the ball. That's a great shot. Wow, very forceful shot from one knee. Autumn wants to know, who are you playing with in the Long Beach Open Pro Doubles event?
Was that a question for me?
Yes.
I think I'm gonna be playing with Mario Mercado.
Mm.
Yep. I think. If we go.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't know anything about that event.
Yeah, I haven't heard much. You know, hopefully, is it Brian that puts it on?
He did last
He
year.
helps with it. Yeah. So, yeah, we're gonna have to get in touch with Brian Pineda. We miss Brian. I hope he was here. You know, more events.
Absolutely. Daniel De La Rosa takes the second game. We'll be back in a moment. Game number cuatro coming up next. This is the IRT Network.
Do you want to be a better racquetball player? Fran Davis can and will make you a better player. Guaranteed. Pro or beginner and every level in between. Paula Longoria, Rocky Carson, and legends Jason Menino and Suzy Monchek all use her proven systems to be a better racquetball player and champion. Check out her book, DVD, camps, coaching sessions, and video analysis, all at FranDavisRacquetball.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
0, serve 0.
0 serving 0. Got Mauricio Zalata. Jeff Peters will be our guest in the next match.
Yes, thank you, John, for having me.
Well, thank you
It's
for
really
being
nice
here.
to get on the mic,
One,
talking to
serving
you.
0.
You know, the man that puts in all the work behind the cameras and broadcasting. You know, professional racquetball to the world.
Where is Taylor North?
haven't
Taylor
seen Taylor
North.
in
I think
years.
he's doing college. He's still up in
Yeah.
Oregon, the Portland area.
Okay, is he still playing?
I think he is not quite as much right now, but he is playing. We're in game number 4. Daniel won the first and third. Jose won the second.
1, serving 0.
What about Montalbano? Montalbano was making a comeback, and I heard he hurt himself. Maybe a knee or something like that. I don't know how serious it was. Somebody asked earlier where Troy was. He's back in New York, is that correct?
Is
0,
Troy?
serving 1.
I think he's back in Maryland. I think he was supposed to be here for this tournament, but he missed it, so he's gonna try to make it to Ohio.
Got ya.
Yeah. Nice.
1, serving 1.
1 apiece is the score here
Serving 1.
in the 4th game. Kind of a half lob. That's a really good serve. Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
As you say that, yeah.
That is unbelievable. Jose just smiles. Golly, that was a good serve, and even
Yeah,
Daniel's
nice.
apologizing for it. Sorry, I'm sorry, man. Sorry, sorry, buddy. That's probably what he said.
Ooh.
Oh wow, he almost rolled that out off the back glass.
I think his headband is about to come off. Oh.
I thought you got it, but I thought you put it right into the floor. I'm going to call side out.
Good call from Maxner.
I thought you got it, but I thought you put it into the floor first. So 1-1, side out.
It was actually the opposite. He didn't get it. but
Yeah,
he made
yeah.
the front
I
wall,
think
yeah.
he didn't get it, but made the
But
front
it was
wall.
a good shot.
Yeah, he's gonna appeal that one. Either way, it was a great rally. I want to say hi to Tim Prego. I think that's Tim P online. One of the best writers. He's a very good blog writer. He's done some great articles.
Call stands. Side out. 1-1.
The ball didn't skip, but it was 2 bounces.
1-1. Antonio Vasquez, tournament control. 1-1.
Buena, pero dos botes.
One serves one.
One serving one. Back to the action we go. Drive Z serve. Oh, wow.
Skip.
That was a great shot.
1-1. Second. I'll give you a replay. But
Oh.
not avoidable because it cracked. 1-1.
1-1, the replay called. So what Matt just said right there is I will give you a replay, but not an avoidable because it cracked, which means it cracked, which means why
Right.
is there even a replay?
Yeah.
I don't understand that logic, but
I don't even think avoidable should have been included in that.
right.
It was either down or maybe a replay.
Well, he said it cracked, so it cracked.
Yeah.
I don't get that one. Oh well. Either way, we are still at 1-1 in the fourth. A very long start to the fourth game.
Yeah.
High lob. That's not going to be a great one. Oh, the
goes the
sidewall crack.
Yeah. I think he was doing good with the Nick serve. Lob Nick for Jose was working pretty good.
Goes to it there. Wow. I don't know if that translated very well online. What Jose did right there, he had a great shot, and he took about 25% off of his stroke. He didn't kill the ball. He had a nice, easy stroke and hit a great pass. Very smart shot.
One serves one.
Still one serving one.
Yeah. High lob. Jose with an opportunity. Daniel knew he missed his return and was out to dry right there.
Serving one.
And finally off the 1-1. Not 2 serving one.
It was a skip ball. Ref called it good. Ball skipped. You know, it's hard, man. That angle is hard. You can see it perfectly from down here, but from up top.
Yeah. Yeah, and
That's
Jose, or excuse me, Daniel used his appeal.
He already used it?
Yeah, from the previous where he thought it was a skip, where Matt called a skip.
Serving one.
You
They only get one per game.
It's too early. He should've
If you
saved it.
win the appeal, you keep it. If you lose, you lose it.
call there. Nice get. That's good. That's a good call.
Yeah, I think it is a good call. Again, when your opponent's laying down in front of you, chances are it's going to be unavoidable.
And then it's so fast. He almost got out of the way.
Mr. Magoo is not reffing this match. This is Matt Maxner. High lob serve. Daniel's going to have to go up top. He does the forehand side. That's a good ceiling ball. Falls. Oh, yep. Glass.
Yeah, glass is tough.
1 serving 4.
Daniel has been plagued by a few bad calls. He's keeping it together for the most part. So, serve into the corner. Ball called skip back deep.
Oh, he called it 2 bounces, actually.
Did he call it?
Yeah, 2 bounces.
Hard to hear Matt
Yeah.
from here, but that's okay.
Matthew Maxner is the official IRT ref.
I can hear Michelle Key sigh from here. That's a great, great serve.
3-4.
And Daniel was just down 4-1. Now he's serving at 3-4 on the head pen scoreboard.
Side out.
Side out.
Good job. 4 serving 3.
Daniel looks at me and says, good. He looks at you and we both just go, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Wow. Oh, that was a nice get. I thought that was a good get. What'd you think, Scott? That was a good get?
Yeah, I thought so. He's diving in front of me. I'm directly behind him on the left-hand side. It looked good, but Matt Maxner is starting to miss a few.
Side out. 3 serving 5.
Looks like both guys are starting to take a little bit off of the ball. They're not hitting as hard.
Skip ball called. AJ, where'd it go? AJ wants to know, what is your biggest win on tour?
My biggest win?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's certainly not mine. Mine was like 10 years ago.
I want to say beating Charlie, to get into the quarters.
Was that St. Louis or Atlanta?
St. Louis.
Yeah.
And Georgia. I actually beat him twice.
Oh.
And he was, I think, ranked 8 both times. So that was really good.
Oscar wants to know if the ref can take a timeout. Oscar wants to know if the ref can take a timeout. No, he can't.
He can't.
Down. Down. I know you bumped him going by, but I thought it was down, Jose.
Maxner says, I know he bumped you on the way of going to get the ball, but I thought it was down. 6 serving 5. Where is part-time Pratt? Autumn. Pratt, I think, is, according to Facebook, traveling.
Timeout. Jose.
Timeout on the court. We will take a break. Be right back. IRT Network.
There are no shortcuts to the top. Do you have what it takes? Desire is something within you, and only you. For when the ground falls from your feet, will you be the one to rise up? It's a long road to the top, but that's just what it takes to become pro.
Daniel at 8.
8 serving 5.
Eight
Daniel
serving
looking to
5.
close it out.
Side out.
Daniel's up 2-1.
5.
If he wins this
serving
third
8.
one, the match is his. He would be playing the semifinals. Who does he have in the semis if he wins?
If Daniel wins, he will be taking on Jake Bredenbeck.
Oh wow.
I believe. Let me double check.
Points.
Yeah.
Jake
Yeah,
has had
Jake.
an amazing
6-8.
weekend here.
I'd say that
crazy.
he's having a coming out tournament, but then he went to the finals at the U.S. Open. He won national doubles.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good
right?
season
But
for Jake. Yeah.
Jake, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse. He's got a long way to go.
Mhm.
He can make a final this weekend.
He could. He
Isn't that
definitely
awesome?
could.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's not that I want anybody else to lose, because I don't,
6 serving
except
8.
for a few people that I really can't stand, but I'll never say who. But
Yeah.
somebody making their first ever final is really exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's rare nowadays to see somebody, come from a round
7
of
serves 8.
32s and make it all the
Right.
way to the semis.
It hasn't been done since Alvaro Beltran did it,
Yeah.
and he did that in the tournament that he knocked Rocky Carson out in the. That's gonna
Wow.
roll. You could tell it was gonna roll on the way up.
You called it. You called it.
Yep. But anyway, Alvaro came from a qualifying round to make it to a final, and he was the last person to do that, and he
Wow.
knocked out Rocky in the round of 16, which was the
Wow.
last time that Rocky was knocked out in the 16s,
8 serving 8.
5.5 years ago.
Wow.
2010, October of
Wow.
2010.
And I think other than that, I think Sudsy did the same, or when he was coming back from
So he did that
injury.
back in 2006-ish, something like
Yeah.
that, if I remember right. He did that in Kentucky, as a matter
Yeah,
of fact.
but people already knew who he was.
Right,
Jake is
right.
kind of a new face, up
He's
and
newish. Yeah.
Well, yeah. He doesn't play the tour full time, and that's kind of cool for him to just show up and make a semis.
Yeah, speaking of your ranking, I better look and see where he is. I think he's in the 14, 15.
Jake. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
Oh, he's 20.
8 serves 8.
Well, that's gonna go away pretty quick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks he's leapfrogging over this weekend.
Yeah.
8-8.
Set up for Jose.
Huge opportunity here,
Nice.
and good
Cross court.
execution.
8 serving 8.
8 serving 8. Are we gonna see a fifth game, John?
Man, I tell you what, it's
Very
I would,
possible.
Yeah, I'm not surprised if we do. That served just out of frame on the camera. There it is. Rojas is going to step into this, put it down. He can't. It's huge.
Side out.
Those are the shots that you remember.
Mhm.
8
If
serving 8.
if Jose loses this match, he's gonna remember that shot for a couple of weeks. That was a nice setup for him, and he just left it up. But he gets another shot now. We'll see if he can score at least 1 point. 1 point can start to put some pressure on the other guy, and it builds your confidence up.
Yeah, I think whoever wins this game will win the match. Obviously, if Daniel wins, I think he'll win the match. I think if Jose comes from behind and wins this, he'll probably win Game
8
5.
serving 8.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the history they have with each other. In the 5 gamers that they've played, Jose has won most of them. Oh, that's going to be a
wow.
crack, I think.
Wow.
9 serving 8.
And Daniel catches, Jose catches that crack.
Side out.
Side out. We got 8 serving 9.
8 serving 9.
If Jose wins this game, they go to a fifth game. If Daniel wins this game, it's over.
It's a short serve called. And again, Jake Bredenbeck is the winner, is going to take the winner of this. And when he got off the court, he had a match scheduled in about 45 minutes in the open division. And the number one question in the chat box was, is Jake going to play his open match? So I said, Jake, you got to ask.
9 serving 9.
And in a very explicit term, he said no.
Yeah, you should automatically be disqualified.
Yeah.
Even if you make like a quarters. You know?
Yep. 10 serves 9.
Oh man.
10 serving 9. This is for the match. That's a great serve.
Serve.
Daniel back deep. He's got it off the back glass. Can't put it down. Jose can't either.
Wow.
Playing some tight ball. Oh, Jose skips the match, tied
That's
up.
the match.
Daniel De La Rosa wins in 4 wonderful games. What a great game by both players. Love the effort. Athleticism at its best. You're watching the FML Freight Quarterfinals, presented free this weekend by KWM Gutterman. Thanks so much for our sponsors, and we will be back in just a few minutes. The last quarterfinal of the night coming up next right here on the IRT Network.